And I'm really, really passionate about good marketing. It's one of my things I feel very strongly about and why I became a mentor. It's not rocket science. Most of it is basic good sense. But I see so many companies either not really bothering with it at all, or trying to do it and just making it very complicated and doing things quite badly. So for me, it's something that I want to try and raise the bar on generally. I really believe that marketing should be front of mind when you're running a business all the time, and that it is an integral part of sales, which I will cover in my coming slides. Just briefly about why I'm a mentor. I've been mentoring small businesses as well as doing marketing for a number of years. One of the things I do is I work for one of my clients is Microsoft BizSpark, which is like a global startup community. And they suggested to me that I maybe wanted to take it further and do more mentoring. I looked around and I came across Rockstar, and I thought that the way they ran it was much more professional than a lot of other organisations out there. So when Jonathan asked me to get on board, I jumped at the opportunity. And I think the other thing, as you all know, because you're all part of the Rockstar group, is that we've all us mentors have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. You know, we've been in the trenches. We know your pain. So we've talked a lot about theory. In this last section, I just want to give you some very quick practical things. Let's call them recipes that you can do very easily. So this is also my little chance to give a plug to one of our Rockstar startups, which is Deli Divine, and Deborah is on the call. So this is a good example of how you can package up products, you can group them to give them more appeal, and I think it's worked really well. I love this idea. So for people who either are celiac disease or they have gluten intolerance, they can take along their own little bag of goodies to a party or something. And it's great because it's just one shop. You just got to press one button and you bought the product, so it works really well. Compelling offers work. Again, this is this client I mentioned earlier, the software company. I mean, what's not to love about this? Free 20 user edition, 14-day trial on demand, 45-day team trial. The interesting thing about this is that in actual fact, most people end up buying the product from day one. And that's because they get more support if they do that. But what this does is it gets people in the door, gets them having a look at the product, saying, yeah, I'm quite like the look of those trials, but you know what, I love the product enough, I'm just going to sign up now. So it's about getting people's attention. Again, I'm just going to throw another question here. Who out there is actually doing social media? So Abigail, I don't know about your business. You're the one person who said, no, it's interesting. It is really tough, actually. And again, even when I'm working with small startups or large organisations, it is hard to find the time. But I think I really am a firm believer that regardless of what market you're in, spending some time on social media every day can just reap massive rewards. I chose this example because it's a local chocolate shop in Henley. As you'll notice, chocolate is the theme of today's presentation. Who are a tiny, tiny company, and they spend most of their time actually in the back of the shop making chocolates, but somehow they manage to find the time, they do this, and they've got a massive worldwide following on Facebook, even though they're a tiny, tiny shop in Henley. So to sum it all up, I do believe that sales and marketing go hand in hand, and I think that my bottom line message is keep it practical. Marketing is a hugely important part of sales, but don't get too lost in the marketing theory and jargon. It is basic common sense at the end of the day, and applied well, marketing, and more specifically marketing communications, which is the practical get out there and do it bit, can really support sales. So I hope all of that's made sense.
Well, Maxine, I just want to say a big thank you.
Thank you, and thanks everyone for joining us.
Wonderful, really valuable content being delivered.